Hi guys, I'm Judy, and today I'm going to be watching the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 9. In the last episode, we got to know the Empress Dowager a little bit. She asked Mao to investigate sort of this thing she was worried about. She was worried that she put a curse on the late Emperor, and that's why he died, I guess. And we got to know that the Emperor, toward the end of his life, I guess he would closet himself up with his mother and the room where he was born, which sounds so weird. And also that his body was left in its coffin for for a year and it didn't decay, so that's extra weird. And we need to figure out what's going on there. So let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon for full reactions. Subscribe. Let's go. Alright, she can give it. Okay. I mean, Junshi's house. Yeah. Yeah. Why does this have to mean it? It's just she's just a romantic at heart. We know them. What do you need? What are you getting at? We heard that story. And it's happening again with Mao. I mean, or maybe not, I don't know, he's just... Well, he's only showing those childish sides to you, mostly, so... What? What? Now? A picture of who? Oh, that's what she's holding in the open. Oh, it's poisonous? But you kept it? Someone gave it to him, maybe? As a child. You think the late Emperor tried to kill Jinchi? Is that what we're getting at? I don't know. What was in that picture? I want to know what was in that. Okay. Oh, wait, I guess. Of course he is. But he's not. I mean, this is his mother, right? At least the one who raised him. Something was drawn on the wall? Oh! So they're covering up something. Or to cover up something. Does it have a tongue? Is he allowed to? Yeah. What? What? Do it! It's a tree or something?
なんだそれは。
剪定が描かれたものでしょう。これは竜王という石を砕いて作った絵の具だと思います。竜王はひどくと同じ毒性を持っています。
Oh, and that's what he had, yeah.
物を腐りにくくする作用があります。
And that preserved his body.
亡くなられる頃には全身に回っていたはずです。
Did it kill him?
隠れるようにして絵を描き続けたこの部屋で。帝ともあろうお方が絵を描くなんてとんでもないと。少なくとも周りがそう捉えるこの下に一体何枚あるんだ。
Yeah, you would just paint over and over and over.
これほど多くの絵となると道具を用意したのはおそらく剪定の母である女帝。
But she needed him to be.
偶然帝の地位を手に入れたアコを守ろうと自分のもとに権力を集めた。このために何でもした女帝が最後に与えたのがこの場所と絵を描く道具だった。毒だとも知らずに。なんという皮肉だろう。
Yeah, he killed him but also preserved his body.
ここまでです。
And Jinchi somehow had that stone.
はあ、腹が立つ。
What is?
私はこの絵の中にいるのかしら。
Maybe.
いいえ、所詮
Yeah,
私
maybe he
の
didn't care about you enough.
通り過ぎるだけの存在。
And his mother was now.
偶然剪定の手にかかり、身ごもった幼い娘。
That's horrible.
そう、帝の性癖のことはあらかじめ知っていた。父は都合のいい道具として利用
Oh,
したのだ。
that's horrible.
高
God.
級には中級妃の次女として入った。さあ、どうぞ中へ。
大丈夫でしょうか。
帝の目は確かにこちらを捉えた。野心に満ちた少女の目を。
So she kind of made it happen on purpose.
以前女児を産んだ娘がいた。娘は剪定の子だと言い張ったが、
But he
剪定に
wasn't.
知らぬと否定され、その父親とされた医官が女児と共に追放された。少女の外見で亡くなった私に剪定は会いに来ようとはしなかった。高級はどんどん大きくなり、私と同じ使命を帯びた幼い娘たちが次々にやってきた。幼い娘にしかまともに話しかけられない情けない男。
And it's just
そんなものに忘れられるのは許せなかった。
okay, really? I mean, okay, fair enough, I
私
guess.
が怖いですか？
Oh, she forced herself on him?
私
What?
は大人の女になったから、深く思い出につなぎ止めるために。その後剪定は心を壊してあの胸に引きこもった。あの男はこの部屋で女帝である母と野心のない娘たちばかり思い描いていたのだろう。
God. That's so disturbing.
私を描いてくれた。その絵も
When she was young,
とても
of
大
course.
事にしていたけれど、
Knew that
不義
already.
のこと言われようと取り違えられた子であろうと大切な子に違いないのに。
一度私はあの絵を見たことがある気がします。年若い娘の絵で淡く色付けされていました。
捨てろと言ったはずなのに。
昔、
Oh,
あ
that's
な
the
たは好んで
that's
こ
the
の色を着
picture
て
that
いら
he
っしゃいました
that
ね。
he has there.
あの絵の女性は本当に女帝なのでしょうか。あの時あの方は何を伝えようとしたのでしょう。
知ろうとしないことを選んだ。それよりもあなた、ずいぶん面白い女官に目をかけているようですね。
なかなか使えるものです。
Of course she is.
そうね。何年も見てきたのだから。 お気に入りは隠しておかないと。
Yeah, that's a
誰
problem.
かに隠されてしまうわよ。
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. Yeah, she definitely is in danger because he likes her. That is kind of the problem that they talked about at the beginning. Syrian talked about with the toys, with like, oh, he can't allow himself to just obsess over one thing, and that's true, but he can't help himself, I guess, or at least, I mean, he's trying to be everything that he needs to be, but he still has this weakness or something to attach himself to things and people that he cares about, and that might be something that he can't afford to do. That was really interesting, disturbing as hell though. I mean, you like, I don't even know what to feel about this emperor, because I mean the late emperor, because he was definitely depraved in some way, but also he was so, I guess, pathetic. I don't even know. Like, he was definitely very weak, and yet it doesn't take away from the fact that the girls he was with were weaker than him in a lot of different ways, you know? I mean, and that's, I guess, why he could converse with them and could connect with them, because he didn't feel, you know, intimidated by them. Anyone else he did feel intimidated by. And that's just like, that just doesn't, it's but at the same time, like, Anchi, she was like really ambitious. I mean, it was ambition at first that made her, I guess, you know, approach him and I guess bring this on herself. She was still a child. I guess her dad told her to, I don't know, because she said that her dad used her as a tool, but then she made it sound like she was the one who made that choice to go to the emperor, and it's not clear that if his like preference of young girls was already like a known thing, because it seemed to happen afterwards, at least, you know, on a larger scale, that a lot of young girls were summoned to the court, you know. So I don't know what the father had in mind exactly, but she in any case took the opportunity to approach him, and it worked for her. Like, she seems to have this like, she has a very calm exterior, but I don't think it's entirely fake. But under that, she also has like this rage or something. Like, okay, we know about the ambition, I guess it comes together, like, but also this feeling of like, you know, I'm so much better, like, I don't know, like, she wanted to be acknowledged by him in some way, but he couldn't, like, he didn't have the courage to do that, so he just kind of forced it on him, and still at the end of the day, I mean, he, like, I don't know what you got out of that, because I mean, she got a baby out of that, possibly, but like, at the end of the day, they already had a son who was already the heir. I mean, it doesn't seem likely that there was any picture of her on those walls. Like, he was definitely trying to disengage from her as much as possible. Like, like, he seemed intimidated by her, and the fact that she forced herself on him doesn't make it better. I mean, this whole situation is entirely disturbed, and I mean, and I guess that's what you get when you have like this, when you're stuck in the middle of the royal family and everyone has their ambitions or lack of ambitions, and it all kind of collides together, and you have to make your way through it, I guess. But yeah, there are more disturbed situations than others. And I mean, the fact that she saw him and Jinshi, I don't know what to make of that, because we know that Jinshi is probably his grandson, so I guess that it could still, like, there's still the genes there. But like, I don't know what to make of that, because like, was she like comparing their beauty? I mean, I don't know if, probably not in a conscious way, but I mean, because there's nothing much to look up to in that emperor, you know? And so I don't, like, the connection, I don't know what to make of that. I guess, I mean, on the whole, I think it's just for her, it was like finally being in some way acknowledged, instead of by him, then by Junshi, who looks up to her and appreciates her. And I did, like, it was really nice to find out that they had a good relationship, you know, that she was, you know, watching him, you know, actually thinking of him as her son, even if she heard the rumors and she knows what people say, and it might be true even, she doesn't seem to care. It seems like she loves him, so that's really sweet, because I didn't get that feeling. I mean, all we saw was him looking at her with the, you know, the emperor and his mother kind of walking away from them or something. And she had this look of rage on her face that Jinchi noticed. So I just thought that he didn't have like a great relationship or something. And it made sense because we know that it's not really her son. Overall nice to have that turned on its head a little bit, at least. Like she's aware that this might be a possibility, and she's still, she treats him as a son. Either way, it's either her grandson or her son. So, at the end of the day, it's so complicated to keep track of everything that is like whatever. But then, it might be her grandson, but he did take the place of her son, her actual son who died, that she never actually knew, I guess. I don't know exactly. The switch happened, I think, pretty early on. In any case, it doesn't seem to have affected the way that she treats him, so that's at least nice to know. Yeah, wow. And I guess the picture that we found in that box, that Mao found in the box that Surin took out, was the picture of her as a girl that the Emperor drew at some point. We do have another clue here to connect Jinchi. Mao was like, oh, did Jinchi ever go as a child into the inner palace? She already knows he's high up. She already figured out that he's Adu's son, sort of. She just doesn't want to think about it. But and now she knows that he had access to something that the Emperor used in his paintings. I guess it doesn't mean a lot, but together with everything else, Mao knows the answer. She just doesn't want to. She doesn't want to get involved. So we'll see how long that lasts. But anyway, that was interesting. And I guess we put the Empress Dowager's fears to rest, even though it's still, not exactly. She was still, really worked up about the fact that, I guess he was hiding this. The Emperor was such a weak man to the very end, I guess, and didn't even acknowledge her and everything. But she seems to draw some comfort from Jinchi anyway, so fine. And it's funny because we call her the Empress Dowager, and we call the grandmother Empress. And I guess when we talk about the grandmother, she was the Empress. I don't know. Was she? No, not really. She was just she was the Empress Dowager then too. It was just really confusing. Anyway, so that was a really interesting and disturbing episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top Patreons: Writing Tear, Andy Plays All Night, Terranor, Michael Gabriel, Shadows Moon, and Marsh. And to the rest of my amazing Patreons, who without their support, I would never be able to keep on doing this. Thank you so much.